Hi there, Coach Mike here. And today I'd like to talk about something that's really near and dear to my heart. And that's about building confidence in your midlife. So let me start off by saying this. Confidence is not something that we're born with. It's literally something you build one step at a time. And your midlife is a perfect time to start doing that. You may be asking yourself the question, well, why, Mike? Why would it be the perfect time? It's simple. You've already lived so much life. You have some wisdom. You have some experience that, quite frankly, you just didn't have in your 20s and your 30s. And the only thing that's holding you back at this time is tapping into it. So the first thing we need to do is start off by rewriting the story that you've been telling yourself. Because so often what we do is let the past define us. Maybe you're telling yourself something like, well, I'm not very good at this, or I've failed at this too many times to try it again. But here's the truth. Your past does not define your future. Midlife is your chance to rewrite that script. Think about this for a minute. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times trying to create the light bulb. In his own words, I have not failed. I've only found 10,000 ways it didn't work. And imagine if he would have given up after his first or second try. So think about it. What's one story that you've been telling yourself that needs rewriting? And start there. The other thing I'd like to say is that confidence is built through taking action. And sometimes I think what happens is, honestly, we think we need to take huge action steps in order to start the process, and that's simply just not true. It's the small wins that create the momentum. And that's what we're trying to do, is start building momentum. Maybe, for example, it's finally organizing your workspace, or reaching out to a mentor, or maybe it's just taking a 10-minute walk for your health. When you start to take small, consistent action, it starts to build and compounds into something bigger. Let me give you an example. I had a client once who wanted to start her own business, but she was too overwhelmed. So we broke it down into teeny tiny steps. Her first win, she sent out an email to a potential client. That's it. Didn't feel huge at all. That little step was the beginning of her starting to gain confidence. Now she's running a thriving business. So think about it. What small step can you take today? The next thing I want to talk to you about is something called your inner critic. I'm sure you've heard of this. You know, it's that voice that whispers, you're not enough, or why even bother, just to name a few. We all have it. But here's the secret. You don't have to listen to it or believe it. Confidence starts when you start to challenge that voice and replace it with something more empowering. One of the simple techniques that I teach my clients is called the reframe game. The next time you hear your inner critic, stop and ask yourself, what could be another way to look at this? For example, instead of saying, I'm too old to try this, instead, reframe it to, I have the experience and the wisdom to make this happen. Do you see the shift? Words are powerful, so use them wisely. Next thing I'd like to talk about is surround yourself with positivity. You've probably heard the phrase before, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And that's true. If you want to build confidence, surround yourself with people who lift you up, not tear you down. I remember when I first started coaching, obviously I was terrified, but I had a friend of mine who constantly reminded me of my strengths. And he believed in me when I doubted myself. And guess what? His belief became my belief. So who in your life inspires you? Reach out to them. Spend time with them. Let their confidence fuel yours. And here's the biggest of all. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after action. I'm going to say that one more time. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after action. You don't wait to feel confident before you leap. You take the leap, and then confidence will follow. It's kind of like learning how to swim. You don't feel you're ready until you're in the water, right? The same is true for midlife reinvention. If there's something that you've really been wanting to do, whether it's start a new career, learning a new skill, or just simply saying yes to a new opportunity, do it now. Trust me when I tell you, you're more ready than you think you are. And the more you act, the more your confidence will grow. That's just the way that it works. As we wrap up today, let me leave you with this. It's a quote that says, it's never too late to be what you might have been, by George Eliot. And it's true. Midlife isn't the end. It's actually, in so many ways, and in so many examples, can be just the beginning. It's really a time for you to be able to step fully into your power, to rewrite your story and live boldly. You've got this. You really, really, really do have this. Just take one step today. Just one. That's it. Just one small step will be the beginning point for a new you, and watch your confidence grow one moment at a time. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself. Thanks for spending time with me today. I can't wait to hear about the bold steps that you started to take. Until next time, take care and stay confident. Have a great day.